Dennis. Is there something you'd want to single out that does not really impress you in most of the events?
The ambush by you guys to interview me. Everything else is good.
How about the setup?
The setup is absolutely good. The choice of venue, I think, for the market and the niche they want to focus on is absolutely brilliant. I know some of the staff that are working in OB Ventures, and I think they will bring in the staff and the focus and the grit and the mettle that is needed for this space.
Yeah. So Dennis, I know it's been a while since you've been nominated by the president. So congratulations on that one. And secondly, what is it that we are expecting to see from the creative economy? You know, as a youth, we have quite a lot of expectations from you. So what is it that we can expect from you?
Let me make a few clarifications here. The creative economy bit that I'm heading is going to be a coordination role based at the presidency, because as you are well aware, creative economy in this country is now divided into several ministries. The Ministry of Education has some drama festivals. The Ministry of Culture and Heritage has some arts and fashion and the museums. Then there's a Ministry of Sports and Creative Economy that hosts the creative economy. Then there's a Ministry of ICT that has softwares, which is part of the creative economy on the digital superhighway. So my role will be to coordinate the various stuff that's happening across those ministries and bringing them together to a table so that we have one focus. What do you expect? I think you need to give me a little bit of time. It's my second day in office. Trying to find out where the keys are, trying to find out where the pen in the office is, and then I am going to be able to sit down with you. I'm actually going to be inviting you as a key. The digital media is a key player for the creative economy. I'm going to be inviting you without microphones to come and share your ideas. In fact, in the next 14 days, I'll give you an invite so that we can also have a chat about digital media on itself and what's the future for it. I will invite sector, music, the music industry and all these things about royalties. That's Copyright Board of Kenya and all the other players there, the film sector, the fashion sector, the art sector. I'll meet sector after next week. I finish settling in office. The other week, I'll then now start meeting the sector for us to focus and know what we can change and bring money into the pockets of artists. All I can tell you is during my time in office, we will ensure that the money that is collected as royalties does not end up in administration and salaries at 80%. We will turn that to be 80% to the artist's pocket and 20% can be used to administer the cost, or even less than that. So my focus is the artists in this country should not only be celebs, they should also be wealthy.
And looking at the current creative industry, what do you have to say about it, like the current creative industry?
I will be inviting you for a meeting where I will get you into the details for it. I decided to give you a frame on top, but I also have another office. I have creative economy and I am also the head of the presidential special projects.
Yeah.
So now in terms of the presidential special projects, very soon I will be giving you what exactly I'll be focusing on. I already know what exactly the focus is on, and I am going to be bringing you on board to assist us deliver on that. But I can assure you this will be an interesting, if you haven't found government interesting, prepare yourself for a very interesting time from government.
Now, among all the people, you know, we have quite a number of people the president would have nominated on that particular position, but he chose you, Dennis. What trait or what skill do you possess you feel that you are fit for that?
First of all, my background is creative economy. Basically, I have been a writer. In fact, my first job in journalism was a theatre writer. I have been an actor. I have scripted plays. I've scripted a few short movies. I have participated in training for the creative economy. And basically, this feels like fish in water.
Okay. Oh, I like that. We can't wait to see what you do to that, Dennis. Now, allow me to talk about Russia, what has happened today. Maybe you could comment on that. And also, there is an uproar from the public regarding what the government has done donating food. What do you have to say about that?
Matters of the government spokesman, I'll leave to him to advance. But however, allow me to condole with the families that have been affected. It is a very, very tragic thing that happened today. I have found myself saying a prayer at every moment, even when I'm walking, because I just can't believe or describe the pain that I felt in the morning when I first watched the news that were coming in from Kieni in Nyeri. And I can only really empathize with the children. As you're well aware, the president has just signed 3 days of mourning for the children, that for the country to join the families that have been affected. So the president declaring that from Monday to Wednesday, the country is going to go into national mourning. The flags are going to fly half-mast, so that then we can join the families in mourning and also strengthen them. I feel absolutely pained by what happened last night. As to what government is doing on that particular issue, I'm a guy who lets people do what they are supposed to be doing. So the government spokesman, I'm sure, will be interacting with what he said about rice and something. Yeah. So I'm sure he will be commenting about that and what he felt, why he felt rice was needed.
Okay, Dennis, as we let you go, allow me to ask you, because you are quite a target on social media, and all this backlash that you get. How do you handle that?
I don't know. I think I flow. Let me tell you something about social media. Having been on that social media as a hate figure for a long time, I've learned the art of ignoring and the art of interacting. So I think what I do, your critics are always a day behind you. So I live a day ahead of them. So as they comment on what I did yesterday, I'm already in tomorrow commenting about what they will be commenting tomorrow. When they get there, I'm on the next day. So I've learned the art of being ahead of my critics. I love my critics and I pray for them to continue to have a longer life. But I face another fundamental problem on social media, is that people believe I should be fixing everything that happens. You have fought with your wife, you think I should be sorting it out. Everything that happens on earth and I'm around, I'm the guy they come to, and I welcome them. I try very much not to be everything to everyone, but I try as much as possible to respond where I can. My only regret about social media is that I can no longer respond to all my inbox messages. It's become impossible even for my SMSs and WhatsApp, but I try as much as possible to respond when I can.
When do they affect you?
Well, I don't think so. I think I'm a tough metal. So I think it's very hard to. First, it's very rare you get me annoyed, so it's very hard to annoy me. Then it's very hard to get into my psyche by the written word. The only written word that gets into my psyche is the Bible. The rest of things, you can compose compositions. I will reply with an equal good composition. Choose a word, any word.
Underestimate.
Well, look, remember the day we went to the coast together? As we looked at the beach and the wave was coming our way, we did not underestimate the strength of the wave. We ran towards it and then we slid on the sand and we fell. And as we fell, the wave kept coming our side and swept above us. As we looked into each other's eyes, I saw myself standing inside your eyes, my feet touching your heart. And at that moment, when the wave was over us like a blanket, that moment, I knew I could not underestimate the power of your kiss.
Guys, Caliph Cairo should have given you a job to write a poem a while back. Now, Hilda has a question here.
Yes.
I do have a question.
Yes, Hilda.
So allow me ask about Facebook monetization. It's still up and down. It's still not exactly there because the ads are still, what's the word? It's not working as people expected it to work. What's your point?
So two things happened. After Facebook was supposed to go live on full monetization in end of June, start of July. That was not possible because at the time they told us the protests that were ongoing in the country, they would not be able to roll it out. And remember, at the time they rolled out to other countries who actually benefited from our push as a country. We're the ones who pushed for this thing. I must admit I don't have the latest update, but what I'll do for you within the next 14 days, I am going to call you. I'm going to ask the Facebook Kenyan team led by Mercy. I'm going to meet them in the office and I'll invite you so that they can give us an update together, and then I'm able to comment on that. I must admit at the time you asked that question, I don't have the latest update on what Facebook is doing, because they told us once the protests subside, they were going to launch the full monetization, and I know that is not yet there. I know there's some aspects that went live on the monetization, but I know it's not fully 100% rolled out. So give me 14 days. I will give you, remind me so that I give you an interview specifically on that, and I will drag along the Facebook team so that they can explain to us what's happening.
The other question is, how do you feel about Morara addressing government projects and just addressing the things that the government itself should be addressing? What's your
Yeah, Morara is actually reminding us the tragic events that happened to this country between 2018 and 2022, when a deputy president, having been assured by the programs of government, went ahead and launched several projects that were in the budget, and after launching them, they defunded the projects officially because of political competition. People forgot about the effect of these programs on the people of Kenya, and instead, as a government then, defunded those projects led by a one-time Minister for Interior, Fred Matiang'i, who went, if you go back to your archives, you'll see the videos of him saying, we won't fund those projects. So they officially defunded projects that were already budgeted and programmed under the manifesto of Jubilee then, where the deputy president belonged. So now he's president, and those projects are part of the plan. And I think Morara is doing a good job at campaigning for William Ruto to be president in 2027, because I can assure you all what he has done is put an encyclopedia or a work plan of the programs that William Ruto will have completed by 2027 in their majority. So that then in 2027, I hope Morara will go around and say, I'm sure what the script he will use then, and I can help him with an opening remark, will be, I said this and government did, because government will actually do. I love what he's doing. It is good to put government into account. It is good to put us under account. The only thing is, let him keep it as factual as he has kept it. Let him not go into the gray area of lies, which he hasn't done so far. If he keeps it factual, I love it, because I can assure you those projects will be completed.
All right, thank you very much, Dennis, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much. You are not too tough. Thank you very much.
Next time.
All right.
All right.